good family, smash the like button and subscribe. Wow, Theory, Tyson, Theory is looking bad right now. Let me give you man the rundown one more time, just in case there's some dons out there who don't know what's been going on over this last week. So, last week, Tyson Theory was all in the video supporting his number one best blood brother, Billy Ho Saunders. He was chanting, he was casting magic, he was in the pre-fight press conference, he was doing all sorts. He was taunting Canelo Alvarez, he was getting in Alvarez's head, allegedly. Doing the most was Theory. Oh yeah, Theory and Billy Ho were running and taunting Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn, you're evil. Eddie Hearn, you're the devil. Etc, etc. Them two were inseparable. 2-2s. Billy Ho, Jax, in the corner. At which point, Tom Saunders' dad tries to get into the ring to help his firstborn son, who's just been filled in for him. At which point, security steps in, and Tom Saunders gets moshy bashed. Tyson himself bottles it and does nothing. Shortly after bottling it and watching his best friend's dad get moshy bashed for about 10 minutes, Theory exits the building. He does not see Billy Ho Saunders and has not seen him since. And within 10 hours of the fight ending, within 10 hours of Billy Ho Saunders' dad's getting moshy bashed, Theory was then in another state in Miami, going to the beach and relaxing. Shortly after that, he was turning up with Adrian Broner, partying and raving. Meanwhile, Billy Ho had to walk back to the changing room, walk back to the hospital, all on his own. When Theory had been there, Theory was hanging over the ropes before the fight. Just before the fight started, Theory was walking out with him from the changing room before the fight. After the fight, he was gone and hasn't looked back since. Now, for the last week or so since the fight, he's been posting with his new fake mates, David Beckham and whatnot, Adrian Broner, and turning up. So now we find ourselves to today. And again, Theory hitting a new low. He going through it right now. Fury's on the door. Fury's, you know what I'm saying? He's balancing the door between on the wagon and off the wagon. He's walking the tightrope right now. In my opinion, he's reached a new low. It's one thing turning up with Adrian, the delinquent Broner. It's another thing dragging your son into it. What is this? Your 9-year-old son, you're getting crunk with him. Getting all the way in Timmy 2 turned up with him. What's going on here? Paris, with your 5 kids at home, and you're here doing God knows what with God knows who, and you're dragging your son into your mischief. What is this? And no, I'm sure that Theory fans will justify, oh, you know this, oh, you know that. In what land is this acceptable? If this was anyone else here, what kids do you know allowed in nightclubs? Seriously, I don't know, with the sparkles on. What is this? If anyone else did that, CPS would be straight in. Seriously, if you brought any other kid, if you weren't, famous people seem to have their own little law thing where they can just do what they want. If you know anyone who can take their kids out of school and go raving with their delinquent dad and his delinquent mates, you let me know. Nowhere is that a thing. Apart from, seems to be Theory, because he's famous, barely famous, but he's able to bend the rules. So, this really is a tale of a sad, sad tale of a man who's just seen his best friend mauled, and he ain't taking it well. Clearly he ain't taking it well. He's what's the word? He's walking the tightrope right now. And to be fair, emotionally speaking, what have we got? He's just seen his best friend's dad moshy bashed, and shortly before that, his best fake friend, Billy Ho, also mauled. 2 of his main alleged dons, 2 of his 400-year bare-knuckle champion dons, got moshed. He got straight on the plane to the capital of the white. The global capital of the white is no doubt Miami. Miami's the front door. Yeah? Sea Cane Cowboys. That's where they fly in. Miami is 100%. That's where you go for the pure. The pyong. That's what they call it. Pyong. No doubt. Fury went straight to the pure and he ain't looked back since. And I thought, you know what? The other day I did a video. Fury was on a downer. He went from bouncing off the walls, bouncing on the furniture, then he was sitting there talking about mental health. Now what you'll notice is there ain't no mental health talks. Because you know why there ain't? Because it's Timmy too turned up. Out here raving with his son Prince. And I'm guessing, I'm hearing at least from people close to Fury, that the reason he dragged his son out was because everyone else went home. Broner's only semi-hardcore. Broner can only do a few days. We're talking Fury left there on Saturday night. We're talking it's the next Saturday now. It's a week, Fury. Tyson, it's a week. Everyone else goes home after about 3-4 days, not Tyson. He don't ever want to let the party stop. And that's why he left in the first place. That's the way he left Billy Ho in the lurch. Because he thought, you know what? This vibe's a bit dead to me now. You're just jacked in the corner. I've just seen your dad moshy bashed. I'm out of here. And there is some dons who are like that. They can't deal with negativity. They have to just get out of there. Otherwise it brings them down. And I think there's a song called Don't Kill My High. Means don't kill my high. That's what Fury says. Don't kill it. And like I said, after seeing his dad moshy bashed, his best friend's dad moshy bashed, and then his best main man also mauled, that there was killing all the different highs. Any high Fury had was getting killed. Straight on the plane, straight to Miami, and he ain't looked back since. He's in there with the Sun newspaper catching him with the females and all kinds of madness, just letting loose. Fury still doesn't learn. Actions speak louder than words. Oh well, but I tagged Paris Fury. Oh, I sent her a message on Instagram. Oh, Instagram, no one cares about Instagram. How about you stop letting some next groupie thing rub all the Vaseline into your legs or the sun cream into your legs? Big hard looking ass. Can't you rub your own sun cream on? Yeah? Got your son out here in the club turning up because everyone else went home. All the other #1 delinquents went home. You still want the party to carry on. Fury's going through it right now. I'm not sure who's worse, Billy Ho or Tyson Fury. And I reckon I'm hearing, he put a video up today and he was ranting and raving about, yeah, the AJ fight's on. You best believe Fury was wired. That's where that video came out. Tomorrow morning, when he sobers up, this fight, you're going to see, listen, tomorrow morning, once he's sobered up, you'll see Frank Warren wheeled out on IFL TV, much like Ben Davidson was wheeled out last week onto IFL TV for Billy Ho. But this time, Frank will be on there to say, oh yeah, well, it's not getting done because A, B, C, D. Happens every time. Fury makes a video, claims he wants to fight, and then once he sobers up, he realises he don't want no smoke. And he tells Frank, get back on seconds out. Get back onto Michelle Joy Phelps and put the record straight. Their fight ain't signed. You best believe that's what's coming next, no doubt. I feel bad for you Fury fans because you always justify everything. Oh, Fury's right not to take the fight. Oh, Fury's right to get steaming. Fury's right to be having his legs massaged and legs sun cream by some next lassie, despite having 17 kids and a wife at home. You're the reason, really. You enable him. That's the truth of it. You enable him. Because if you called a spade, he wouldn't be on this. He wouldn't be on in this state now. And you might actually have a claim for him being the best champion. Unfortunately, you endorse his delinquent behaviour, and now he can't get right. Just can't get straight. Yeah, fell off the wagon hard, and he's lost all sights of what's rational now. Kids out of school, and you're Timmy too turned up with him. Wow. But I'm sure, like I said, you Fury fans will find some way to justify it. I've never seen anything like this in my life. This Don right here is going all the way through it. This Billy Ho Saunders loss really has cut him a lot deeper than even I expected. Yeah? We're now on day what? We're now on day 7 of the bender. People say, YB, why do you keep reporting on this? Well, listen, I ain't telling him to go out. Yeah? I'll stop reporting when he stops Timmy Toot turning up in with his son. How about that? Yeah? When Fury stops partying and starts dealing with the actual psychological issues he has in terms of this Billy Ho Saunders loss, that's when I'll stop reporting on it. He needs help for this loss. This loss is cutting him deep. I've never seen no one go on a 7-day bender before. If you have, that's on you. I haven't seen it. This right here is what you call news.com.